Well, first off, I would have never been the one to get the career first. Taking nothing away from Livingston Taylor, and we'll speak about what I do well and what I want to do well and what interests me in a moment. But let's speak about James's career. And James can tolerate things that I can't tolerate. He can tolerate fame. I can't tolerate fame. I don't want to be famous. I don't want people. I don't want people poking at me at dinner. I don't want to travel around the country on a bus with 10 other people, hauling 2 other buses of crew and 3 tractor trailers, somewhere between 3 and 5 tractor trailers full of equipment from one big stadium to another. I don't want to do that. That to me, I'm sorry, it just sounds like hell to me. I love to observe. I love to be able to go where I want to go, when I want to do it. I love freedom, and I love observing. And when you are being observed, you cannot observe. Fame warps reality. Fame and money really warp reality. James's ability to withstand this and stay as sane as he's stayed, and as observational as he remains, is one of the great things ever. I'm stunned at what he's been able to do. There's a sense out there that fame, that people become rich and famous as a result of living life so well. And nobody knows better than James and I that people become rich and famous because they can't do anything else. If fame and wealth equaled quality personal life, equaled success in the gene pool, if our prime directive is to reproduce, and it is the prime directive, if the prime directive is to reproduce, then one would think that rich, famous people would be reproducing with enormous success. And you go to Hollywood, and I just don't see that I don't see any evidence that that's the case. There are not thousands, not millions, but indeed billions, that's with a B, of people on this planet who lead competent, well-adjusted lives, caring for families, loving their community and themselves, struggling to be the best parts of the human experience. These are the successful ones. And you've done this. You've done this before, Greg. You've gone and you've met the head of a corporation, various corporations. And occasionally you'll see somebody and you'll just look at him and you'll go, whoa. And all of a sudden you realize, wait a minute, the reason why this person is the head of this corporation, they can't do anything else. They can't work in the mailroom. They can't be, they don't have the political skill to be a middle-level manager. They can do nothing but run the corporation or die. That's it. And that's very often the case, and you've found that certainly as you've investigated various levels of success in show business, etc. And that's not to say everybody. I know, and again, James is, given the burdens that he's got, I'm stunned at his level of success as a person and his desire to grow, and he's enormously bright, tenacious, and engaged. But I love my songs. I love my music. I love my career. I love my audience. I cannot express my gratitude to my brother James for allowing me to live in his shadow. this isn't bad news. This is the best thing that could ever happen to somebody, where I'm able to observe life from all imaginable levels without being observed. I love my anonymity. I love the fact that and occasionally I'll be on a plane, and I look a lot like James. And as we get older, we look more alike because people forget what he looks like, and baldness and lined faces sort of blend it, And but people come up to me and they'll a rumor will spread on the plane that I'm James Taylor, and people will come up to me all through the flight and go, James, I really love your music, and I say, listen, hold on, listen, I'm not James. I'm James's younger brother, Livingston. And now they're in an awkward situation. They and I say, but here, you wanted an autograph. Here, let me autograph this for you, from James and me both. How would that be? Oh, what's your name? Jill? Excellent. Jill, best wishes. James and me. Livingston. The idea that somehow I got the short end of the stick, that I was cheated or robbed because I got to tell you, there's only one other person on this planet who can say that they're James Taylor's brother, and that's my little brother Hugh. And both of us consider ourselves very, very fortunate to be James's brother, as I'm sure James feels the same way about Huey and myself. And we're a family. We're siblings, and that's not to say that we aren't competitive, because we're very competitive people. But the fact is that, as painful as it is sometimes, nothing is better for you than the success of people you know and love. Even when their success is painful for you, it still requires, because you wanted it too, in one form or another, but your ability to congratulate them on a basic level. Success of people you know is always good news. And failure or tragedy for those same people is always heartbreaking.